Good morning. It's the third day in the month of June 2025 and it's the news this morning. My name is Mike Messikeno. The West African Examinations Council, WAEC, says that logistic challenges and alleged compromise of one of its printer vendors were responsible for the late-night conduct of English language examination in different parts of the country. The committee has now given WAEC 24 hours to provide a detailed report of the circumstances surrounding the unfortunate incident. National Assembly correspondent Joke Adisa reports.
Material to Taraba.
At last, the head of WAEC appears before the House of Representatives Committee on Examination Bodies. Amos Dangote apologizes to the committee for his inability to honor earlier invitations as he pledges respect for the institution. To the business of the day, the committee seeks answers to why candidates wrote English language examination late into the night.
I did mention that you should be very open to this committee and by extension Nigeria. We are aware that the English language, the paper leak, our preliminary findings show that paper leak. You have to be open. Tell Nigeria what happened.
Mr. Dangote says the council's printer performs barely 50% of its capacity, forcing it to rely on two other printer vendors to meet up with its needs. He alleges that one of the printer vendors compromised and leaked the English language paper. WAEC also cites logistic challenges as part of the problem.
We were given what looked to be a compromised examination, and we swung into action knowing the implication of having a compromised examination.
Angry committee members fired questions at the head of WAEC as they accused the council of endangering the lives of the candidates.
You have more than one country, 2, 3, 4 countries, and it's only in Nigeria that they had to write the exams by 11 p.m. So other countries did very well in managing their logistics. In Nigeria, we failed.
At what point did you realize that the machine was working 50%, very close to the examination, or which year did you notice that?
You have exposed Nigeria to the level that people are laughing at us. Is it this a sabotage against the government? I am not part of APC government.
Are you going to affirm those examinations written in those conditions?
At the end of the interface, the Committee on Basic Education Examination Bodies handed down a 24-hour ultimatum to WAEC to submit a comprehensive report of the circumstances surrounding the controversial conduct of the 2025 English language examination. Joke Adisa, TVC News, Abuja.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says he expects more prisoners of war will be exchanged with Russia following yesterday's round of peace talks in Istanbul. Speaking after a NATO meeting in Vilnius, he restates support for a new set of sanctions to pressure President Vladimir Putin into agreeing to a ceasefire. The head of the Ukrainian delegation confirms Russia has now handed over a memorandum outlining its negotiation demands, saying the potential meeting between President Zelensky and Putin has also been discussed. Russia says they've agreed to return the remains of 6,000 soldiers and offered a 2 to 3 day ceasefire on certain parts of the front line to facilitate the collection of the bodies. Then on sports, we're talking Russia today as over 18 players and officials of the Super Eagles have arrived in Moscow in batches for the international friendly between Nigeria and Russia. Players who have arrived Russia include Captain William Ekong, Moses Simon, Shemi Ajayi, Fishayo Dele Bashiru, Tolu Arokodare, Victor Boniface, amongst others. Meanwhile, PAOK Saloniki of Greece defender Bruno Onyemaechi, a new invitee Olusegun Olakunle of Russian club Krasnodar FC, will arrive later this morning. The squad had been hit by withdrawals after Ola, Aina, Wilfred Ndidi and Sadiq Omar pulled out due to injury. Samuel Chukwueze and Kelechi Iheanacho also excused themselves to attend to family, while Nita Tella was excluded due to passport issues. Training sessions will begin on Tuesday, later today, ahead of a game which will take place at the 78,000 capacity Luzhniki Stadium on the 6th of June. Now, Bitumen FC have emerged champions of the Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa football competition after a nail-biting 6-5 victory on penalties over First Class FC. In the third-place match, Alumagidi FC delivered an impressive performance to defeat Icon FC 3-0, securing a podium finish in the grassroots tournament that has captivated football fans across the state. The competition is aimed at nurturing grassroots football talent and supporting the state's broader youth engagement strategy.
The agenda of the Renewed Hope initiative, which is more of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's game plan. And my people are full of talent. These are raw talents. You'll be seeing what is happening. You'll be seeing the skills that they are displaying. They only need platform. You can see their skills. Look at the energy. Look at the soul. Yeah, they're playing. No water, nothing. This is raw talent. They should continue to show this discipline. They should continue to show this enthusiasm. And they should continue to show these skills. They shouldn't relent.
Competitions like this will bring the young people from the grassroots so that we can have a team of our own in those things.
I am satisfied, fully satisfied. I sat down with my FA chairman, the NFL board member. In our presence here, we have dictated, we have discovered 4 good players that can feature in anything. The last edition was the one we dictated some of our players here now. 2 in Slovenia, 1 in Remo, other one in Aqua. We dictated them last year.
Now still on the coaching carousel in Italy, Maurizio Sarri has rejoined Lazio as head coach 15 months after leaving the role. The 66-year-old replaces Marco Baroni, who led the Serie A side to a 7th-place finish last season to miss out on an European qualification. Sarri resigned in March 2024 following a 5th defeat in 6 games and was also heavily critical of the club's transfer policy. The former Chelsea boss spent 3 years previously in charge of Lazio, and President Claudio Lotito said in a statement, Maurizio Sarri has returned home. And so, like I mentioned, the coaching carousel in Italy, as Massimiliano Allegri has also signed for AC Milan. Simone Inzaghi might leave Inter Milan, and it just goes on and on. But the most reassuring news will be for Napoli fans, as Antonio Conte is set to sign and stay back at the club. Now that's it on sports for this morning, and also the news. We'll take a time out and stay with us. There's more to come on the show.